Okay, welcome back to the Pozo Training Diaries part number 2. As you can see behind me, the wind has actually dropped a little bit in Pozo. It's actually been windy all day. No waves though, still pretty flat. And you know the reason we know it's still windy? Well, when you can't walk in a straight line, it's windy. I mean, that's what this place does. It blows you off your feet. So there we go. Pozo, 19 days now to the World Cup. 19 days. So countdown is definitely, well, the countdown is counting down. We're going to get less and less, that is for sure. I haven't seen many more new arrivals, so we're just going to have to stick with the boys that have already been here and have been out on the water. New feature for you, come on then. So I'm thinking the other day, and I'm filming the boys who I'm staying with, they're both Swedes, so they're Vikings, and I'm watching them walk towards me, and they're pretty buff, big fellas. I'm thinking, you know what we need? We need a challenge. Bring on the
Viking Challenge One.
Yes, the Viking Challenge. Oh yeah. So what I've done is, like I said, Gustav, Markus, 2 Swedes, big Viking type chaps. They need something. They're young. They need something to push themselves. So we've come up with this idea that they are going to challenge each other to certain moves, and you guys at home are going to vote to see who wins the challenge. It's going to be like a 20-minute to half an hour session when it's cranking, when the waves are thinking. It's going to be like the highest all forward or the craziest tabletop forward. We're going to see some crashes. These boys don't want to lose to each other, so I think it's going to be funny. So I'm just laying it down there. We haven't got any footage of it yet, but it will be happening. The Viking Challenge is on, so watch this space for that. It's going to be in future episodes of the Training Diaries. Okay, what's next? Well, a few people were saying, Ben, what, you wasn't in the Training Diaries last time. Well, yeah, well, it's difficult to get film. We do have a little bit of footage of me. I put the back cam on the other day, went out, a couple of nice moves, backside 3, was quite happy with. A little tweaked push loop, nothing great. Like I said, just put me behind the camera, I'll carry on talking. So not much more action from me, but who do we have action from? We've got Aleix Stilrich, a little bit of him from last time, and Moritz Mag. These two sort of almost go hand in hand. I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean. Those two look quite alike from a distance, and they sail a lot together. I would say Aleix has definitely got the upper hand on the jumping moves. He's got so good, like push tables, really good. Always gets some planing or super tweaked. He's got nice forwards now and stuff like that. And forwards, talking to forwards, we always said to him, if he had the double, he really could step up that next level and consistently probably be in the top 10. So is this year going to be the year where we see Aleix Stilrich busting out the doubles? We'll have to watch this space. He does have a few wave moves though. He actually has a few freestyle moves. I saw him bust out a toad the other day, and a pretty sweet goiter as well. So Aleix Stilrich one to watch. Moritz Mag on the other side. You don't really see him jumping in training, but you do see him just attacking the wave, just going for moves. I don't even know what they are. I've seen him nail a lovely 360, like that onshore 360 where you pop it up and just sort of lands going backwards, reverses, almost freestyly, but off the wave, so super nice. And he got a goiter as well, nice goiter as well. So Moritz Mag, Aleix Stilrich, always people to watch. Now, I said in the last one we were going to keep an eye on our boy Federico. I met him in Maui, super nice kid, and he's asked Pons to do the training. Now, I think that's a good move. In any other sport, you always go to a trainer. If you want to improve your golf swing, you go and ask a golf coach and they teach you. You know, that is just how it works in every other sport. In windsurfing, it doesn't always happen like that. So I suggest it's a good idea. And Federico, he's done that. He spoke to Pons. Pons, if you don't know him, he works at Pozo Wins. Well, I'm going to get the plug in somewhere. Pozo Wins. They do the hire stuff. They can sort the accommodation, the car hire from the airport. They've got everything, and they've got Pons working for them as a trainer. So they've got everything. Just go to the website, do the thing. You know, the sponsor, you've got to keep them happy. Anyway, back to what I was talking about before. Pons training. So Federico's giving him a bit of cash, and he's giving him some tips. We're going to show the first bit of Federico. Now, he is a kid who is going for it. Like I said, he was in Maui doing the starboard tack thing. He's now in Pozo, you know, baptism of fire in Pozo. It's super windy, not much wave, and he is going for it. He's had some big stacks, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's had some flat landers, like almost board snappers. I saw him do like a little stall forward, but he sort of stalled it almost too much for the height, came down pretty hard. I remember Aleix was going past, I saw him put his hand on his head, and it was, I mean, he is going for it. He's going for the back loops, going for the push loops, everything. So this is the early stages of Federico in Pozo. It's a feature. We're going to follow him through this month or so, and he is already showing signs of progression. From when I saw him the first day to the sort of the last day I was filming, started landing a few nice forwards and stuff like that. So Federico, watch this space. He's improving. Another one to watch this space. I mean, what were you doing at 12 years old? Now, I was 12 years old, was I think racing around a lake on a longboard, maybe doing the odd chop up. Well, this little nipper from Pozo is busting out forwards, and I didn't actually get any of his later forwards from the last couple of days, but they were almost getting stalled then. He is improving day on day, and we're going to keep coming back to the nipper of the week. 12 years old, I will get his name next time, but he's sailing really good, and he's definitely one to watch for the future. It's strange you actually talk about this because he was 12 years old. I remember when I first saw Philip Köster, I was actually with John Hibbard. We were doing the Pozo Pedal Away Wave event, and John drew this little kid, 12 years old or something like that. Philip Köster, we're like, who's he? John, he's only 12, don't worry, mate. Oh my God, John Hibbard had the scare of his life. He did beat him though. He's probably the only man to beat Philip Köster. You know, not many people have beat Philip Köster. Anyway, that was when he burst onto the scene, and he is still going strong today. Trust me, I think we might be seeing Philip Köster back at the top of the tree this year. We'll have to see. But Philip Köster this week is
Doppstadt Shredder of the week.
Yep, he's Doppstadt Shredder of the week. He's got all the moves. I mean, you can't big this guy up enough. He just looks so comfortable. He's like doing one hand, 1 foot back. He's off nothing. He's got, I think, one of the best stalled forwards in the business. You know, no wave, and he just pulls up loads of height. He's got the wave moves. I mean, he's got 360s, just like bam. He's got some of the coolest ways to turn around ever. I mean, who turns around like this? I mean, that's got to be better than a jibe, although actually Browne had quite a nice cool sort of move on the transition on the inside the other day as well. But Philip Köster's got it all going on this year. He started jumping more on the way in. I'm like, what's he doing? He's there. Push loop on the way in, nice forward off the lip. And actually, it's catching. Browne, we're seeing him busting out back loops on the way in. Graham Ezzy, forwards off the lip. So the jump in and everyone's pushing each other, and it's really good. I mean, the conditions we've had at the moment aren't by any means world class, but the guys are absolutely ripping out there. So really, really good to see. So Philip Köster is the Doppstadt Shredder of the week. Next up, what do we have? It's a good question because I've totally forgot. Okay, who else has been on the water? Well, we're staying above Pablo from Killerfish. Now, I have to say, we could have a new feature. I've got no title for it, but it's best dressed or most colour coordinated, and I think Pablo gets that this week. I mean, there was a couple of close calls. Markus Rydberg with a blue simmer, blue board, blue wetsuit, you know, pretty good. Gustav, the other Viking, he pretty close, bit of a mismatch, but it all kind of went together. But Pablo comes out, he's got a bit of yellow here, he's even, you know, makes his own board, so he's got a bit of yellow boards, and he, you know, pulls it off, pulls it all together with the shorts. Oh yes, and he's sailing pretty good as well. So I have to give him that. He's the most colour coordinated on the water at the moment. So Pablo from Killerfish gets the best dressed, or the most colour coordinated on the water. And like I said, he's ripping as well. Next on the list, well, it's pretty hot down here. The throat is getting dry, and I have to say a big up to Brian Miller for the first to the bar. He went to the bar and he chucked in some beer money, so cheers, Brian. Nice one, mate. So he's got the first round in. If you want to put some beer money in, go to my website, benproffitt.com. I'll put a link on the Facebook site. You can get on there. Come on, it's thirsty work, this. But enough of that. We're going to finish the diaries while I have a well-earned beer with some Rockets!